Hello, my YouTube family. So, I want to tell you guys my experience today. So, last night I couldn't understand why I wasn't able to go to sleep. I was tossing and turning all night with gospel songs just replaying in my head, scriptures replaying in my head, things that happened, just replaying in my head over and over. Wasn't able to sleep, tossing and turning, sweating hot. Um, so, long story short, um, I get up this morning to start my day early at 5 a.m. to go to work, get it out the way so I could be off by 1. So I'm up at 5. I start working. I'm exhausted. My body is so tired from not getting no sleep, from tossing and turning all night. So I'm driving. I pick up a passenger, and where she was going was like 45 minutes away from, from the destination that we were. And I'm driving, and I just feel myself so tired, so sleepy, and I'm just like, what in the world? I am so exhausted, and I was literally so exhausted. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm literally falling asleep the whole time that I'm driving.
Continue on Georgia 120 East for 1 mile.
The whole time that I'm driving, I'm falling asleep. And I'm falling asleep behind the wheel. And I'm just like, Lord, please help me make it to the destination. Please help me make it, Lord. And I'm just praying to the Lord for me to be able to make it, to drop her off at home and make sure that she's safe, because I'm responsible for her. So I make it to her house after, it was so hard staying awake. I was literally falling asleep like crazy. It was so hard for me to stay awake. So I finally make it to her house, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go straight home. And when I parked the car, I'm like, nope, I can't go home. I'm too tired. I'm going to have to sleep in the car, at her house, because her house was 45 minutes, anywhere from 50 to 45 minutes away from my house. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make it home. I'm going to fall asleep behind the wheel. And so, the Holy Spirit was telling me just pull over and sleep in the car. And I was so exhausted. I'm like, I've never felt this tired. Like, what is going on? Because usually, I could pull an all-nighter and still get up and whatever. But this time, the feeling was different. It was as if the Lord wanted me to go to sleep. Wanted me to go to sleep to show me something, or to answer a question that I had or something. And so I parked the car right by their swimming pool, and I put the seat all the way back, and I stretched out right here in this seat, and I fell asleep instantly. As soon as I closed my eyes, I was asleep. So while I'm sleeping, I have a dream that this dream is just, it's all over the place. But I basically had a dream that I was going down this road, and the road that I tried to turn down, I couldn't get down that road. And I had my daughter with me, and I couldn't get down the road that I wanted to turn down, because it had oatmeal everywhere, a bunch of yucky stuff all over the place, and it was all slippery and slidey. And then so I got out the car and I walked with her, and I'm like, why can't we go down that road? What's going on? And so I hear a voice talking to me from this ditch, and I don't know why this ditch had a bunch of ice snow down there. I don't know, but I looked down the ditch, and it was a bunch of ice, slippery snow, and it was some it was something, it was some white, something was hitting underneath, a bunch of white stuff that was in the middle of the ditch down the hill. And it started speaking to me, and it was quoting scriptures to me. And I'm like, whoa, this is the devil. He was basically, laughing at me and making fun of situations that I'm going through, and quoting scriptures and laughing, that's why you can't do this, that's why you can't do that, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay. So I started quoting scriptures back at him, and I started going down that ditch that he was at. And as I was going down there, he disappeared. And as he disappeared from where he was speaking to me from, I tried to get back up the hill to get to my daughter that I had left up the hill, because I went down that ditch. So I tried to get back up, and the ice, slippery snow was like making me like fall back down. And I just prayed to the Lord, please help me climb back up, because I heard her started crying. I didn't know what was wrong with her. And I'm just like, Lord, please help me get back up this hill. And I couldn't get back up. I couldn't get back up it for a long time. And I basically climbed back up it, like with my hands and with my nails. I climbed all the way back up. I climbed all the way back up that ditch to get to my daughter, but then the dream ended up switching over. So before I get to what it switched over to, I just want you guys to know that when you have authority over the enemy, he can only stay so close to you. I noticed that when I got close to him, he talked smack to me from a far distance. But when I got close to him, he disappeared. He got out of my way. So the dream switched over.
120 east for 4 miles.
Sorry, I got the GPS on, so I'm listening to her, and yeah. So as the dream switched over, I was in Africa, and they were doing some type of African voodoo stuff where they're like worshiping like the devil, the people, kids, the people. And Africa, they got some bad witchcraft there anyway. And so I'm like, I wasn't really surprised. I'm just like, whoa, all these people are doing some type of dance worshiping the devil. And I'm like, whoa. And so I was going to go that way to go see if I can get something to eat over that way. But then when I seen that they were worshiping the devil over that way, I was kind of like disturbed. Like, that was very sobering. And so I ended up turning around and walking back the other way. And as I was walking back the other way, I said, something told me to turn back around to go listen to what they were saying, to a meeting that they were about to have. And I turned back around to go, the Holy Spirit told me to turn back around, sorry. And so I turned back around to go listen to what they're about to say. And I heard the leader of the pack say that I poisoned his food and tried to kill him, and that he wants everybody to go look for me, go find me, and bring me back to him. And I'm like, this is the devil, and these are his demons. Because why would you lie on me and say that I poisoned your food for them to go find me and bring me back to you? Why would you lie and say I poisoned your food? I never poisoned your food. What are you talking about? What food? So I woke up from this dream, and when I woke up, I said, Lord, what is the enemy? What are you trying to show me? What are you showing me? You showed me I have authority over the enemy because he didn't want me to get close to him. He ran. But what else are you showing me where he said I poisoned his food, and he's basically sending people, witchcraft people, demons, all sorts of people to come find me? I mean, I'm literally watching them look for me. I'm literally like going this way, and I'm literally looking at them, looking for me to find me. So I'm just like, what is he talking about? I poisoned his food. What is he talking about? And the Lord revealed to me within a matter of like 30 minutes later, the Lord revealed to me that, and that's why I'm doing this video, the Lord revealed to me that, like how Christians, our food is not the food that we eat to survive off of. It's the bread of life, which is the Bible. Our food is the Bible. That's our food. So his food is human sacrifices. So he's saying I poison his food because I'm winning souls, and he wants those souls. And so by him saying I poison his food and I tried to kill him, what he was saying was it's the same thing that he does to us, how he poisons our minds with lies. He poisons our food, and we get diabetes, we get high blood pressure. Sorry about that. So he poisons our food all the time. He lies to us. We get high blood pressure, we get diabetes. So that's basically what he was saying that I was doing to him, that I tried to kill him. And so that's what I got out of that from the Holy Spirit. And so I just want you all to know that it was the Lord that wanted me to park that car and to go to sleep, because a deep sleep came upon me and I could not wait. When I tell you I dropped this lady off at 6:30, I didn't wake up till almost 9 o'clock. I missed my doctor's appointment for my back and everything. They just called me and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm on my way. I'm on my way right now. But like that, like a deep sleep came up on me. Like I could not stay awake. I couldn't stay awake. I had to park the car and go to sleep. The Holy Spirit basically drove the car for me. Keeping me awake, because there was no way I did that myself. That I was able to, I was dozing off for like 10 to 20 seconds at a time, and I would wake back up. There is no way I did not crash that car out of my own ability. There is no way that I got that lucky for that long. There's just no way. Let me put this phone back up here. Okay. There's just no way. So I know that the Holy Spirit literally drove this lady home for me while I was dozing off. The Holy Spirit made sure I stayed in my lane, because the Holy Spirit knew that he wanted me to go to sleep. He wanted me to by the time I got to her house, if I wasn't that tired, I would have still risked driving myself back home so I can get in the bed and go to sleep, because I'm a bed lover. So I would have waited till I got home and got in the bed and changed my clothes, and then I would have went to sleep. So the Holy Spirit wanted me to. Okay, so the Holy Spirit wanted me to have that dream right there, right now, so that I can know that I'm in a battle right now with the enemy. He's really upset with me right now. He's really upset with me right now because I'm winning souls for the kingdom, and I'm poisoning his food. So he has the biggest reward for whatever witchcraft person that could do me any harm, whatever demon that can come capture my soul, or to get me to turn from God, or to get me to backslide, or to stick around and watch me and wait till I sin to attack me. Because you open up portals. When you sin, you allow the enemy to come in. So, that's basically what's going on with me right now. So I have to be careful with people I let in my circle. I have to be careful with everything I do now, because I'm literally in the war now, a battlefield for me now with the enemy. So yes. I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yes, I'm on my way to my doctor's appointment now. And everyone have a blessed day.